You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in. All right, you guys. So, like, share, and subscribe as y'all tap on in the building. Appreciate everybody that's going to join us. And we're going to get right into this video, you guys, to talk about this situation with Carmelo Anthony's lawyer going berserk. So, his new lawyer, Russell Wilson II, and he has a team of high-power lawyers that went in. Now, I've already told you guys, and it's funny to me how the whole media has not spoken about the sworn affidavit. We're in that sworn affidavit filed in the appeal by Carmelo Anthony's former lawyer. The sworn affidavit stated that they were going to present evidence of the Metcalf twins' violent and bullying record at school. And not only that, they were also slated to have victims of the violence of the Metcalf twins come and testify in court in front of the jury. And also, they were going to bring forth evidence of the Metcalf twins being arrested for racist graffiti. And notice how you haven't seen the Metcalf parents doing any more interviews since that appeal came out. Since that appeal came out, that information was revealed, they ain't done no more interviews. I wonder why. But Carmelo Anthony's new attorney have come out and absolutely gone off on this entire situation. And I'm happy that he did it. And TMZ is reporting this from an interview that they did online. I'm going to show y'all just now. But it says a new judge has been assigned to oversee the ongoing proceedings in Carmelo Anthony's murder case. I told y'all this on this channel in a different video yesterday, right? As the convicted murderer's new lawyer calls foul on his trial. Judge. It says that the new judge, Sid L. Harrell, was assigned to Carmelo's case Tuesday per court records obtained by WFFA. Harrell will preside over Carmelo's motion to recuse trial judge John Roach from handling post-trial procedures. If you guys don't know, 75 days after the trial, Judge John Roach Jr. still presides over this trial. A lot of you guys were saying in the last video, well, I heard he was retiring at the end of the year. It's not the end of the year. He still has precedence over this trial, 75 days until the trial's over with. Now, here's the thing. If he doesn't recuse himself, which he didn't, and the new judge, Sid L. Harrell, does not recuse him, right? And Judge John Roach stays on the case, Judge John Roach probably most certainly is going to reject Carmelo Anthony's appeal, which is, first of all, going to force him to go all the way a different route, and it's going to take a long time. Versus if he does get recused and they get a new Carmelo Anthony F around and get another trial, and all of the rulings from Judge John Roach be thrown out, and we got a whole new trial. A whole new trial, whole new jury, whole new judge. But it all depends on what the new judge, Sid L. Harrell, who was assigned. He's done a lot of these cases before, and it's been back and forth. He has, ruled in some cases, but, it's been back and forth with his rulings. So they call him in a lot to, see if, this judge made mistakes, and if so, throw his ass off the case. But if he don't throw Judge John Roach off the case, Judge John Roach will rule on the appeal, and he can say, hey, no, I reject the appeal. Or he can say, you know what, I accept the appeal, new trial. But either way, if he rejects the appeal, right, let's say John Roach stays on, he rejects the appeal. Carmelo Anthony's lawyers will go just appeal, you know what I'm saying? But it'll just they'll go to a different appeal, right? Where Judge John Roach won't even have nothing to do with it, but it's going to take a long time. It's going to take like years, yo. Yeah, that's a long-ass process, man. You know what I mean? And that's just being honest with y'all. Now, it says Carmelo's new attorney, Russell Wilson, is blasting the trial judge, claiming that Roach made comments following Carmelo's conviction that showed he could not be fair and unbiased, which is true. He went on that interview and he said some things. He claims that Gentlemen's agreements made between the attorneys about what testimony would be admissible weren't completely followed, and that impacted Karmelo's decision not to testify, and therefore impacted the outcome of the trial because they feel like he should have been able to testify in his own defense. Now, Bill Werschke is saying, oh, man, we did everything right. We didn't lie. Bill Werschke didn't answer the question about were the Metcalf twins had a history, and did they have not only teachers that they were bringing to the court. I'm talking about the defense. They had teachers, and not only did they have teachers, ladies and gentlemen, they had victims of the Metcalf twins that were going to testify. That's in the sworn affidavit in the appeals. You guys have not seen the parents. You haven't seen the parents talk about anything about the arrest for racist graffiti. The only thing you did see is the father come out on a racist rant, but Megyn Kelly and the other girl, Nancy Grace, who was leading the charge for talking all this trash about the parents and how the parents were trying to make this a race thing, this, that, and the third. The parents were privy to information y'all wasn't. And information that was left out the court. Now it's getting all put on blast and y'all quiet. This is the disgusting way the world works. But let's show y'all what happened. All right. Let's show y'all what happened.
Taken tonight in Karmelo Anthony's appeal. He's serving 35 years in prison on a murder conviction for stabbing Austin Metcalf last year. One of his new attorneys just told us why they're asking a judge to order a new trial. Kevin Reese walks us through those claims and how prosecutors are responding.
5 lawyers and judges at St. Luke United Methodist Church in East Dallas explaining to an audience how juries are selected, an event motivated in part by the trial of Karmelo Anthony and his murder conviction without a black person on his jury.
A fair juror to the defendant and the plaintiff.
One of these lawyers is Russell Wilson, the new appeals attorney for Karmelo Anthony.
But we understand that there's 2 sides to every story, but we feel confident in the positions that we're taking.
Their position is that Anthony should get a new trial. They say Judge John Roach, who presided over the case, should be recused based on comments he made after the trial.
We believe that based off of the interview that was done, that he could not be fair and impartial.
And allege that limits on how many people could attend the trial, the speed of that trial, and unrecorded agreements or gentlemen's agreements between attorneys about what testimony would be admissible weren't completely followed, impacting Anthony's decision not to testify in his own defense.
We're arguing that the dispute regarding the agreement did impact the outcome of the trial. Yeah.
The Collin County DA's office sent this statement. The defendant's new lawyers have filed a motion containing several inaccurate characterizations of the trial proceedings. I and the entire prosecution team conducted this trial ethically and in full compliance with the court's rulings and any agreements with defense counsel. The next step, Senior Judge Sid Harrell, who presided over the Uvalde school shooting case, is now assigned to consider if Anthony gets a new judge and possibly a new trial. In Dallas, I'm Kevin Reese.
Now, I've told y'all that was going to happen. So all that stuff people been lying to y'all about and putting out fake news about this whole time, and I think I said, and word on the street is, and all this other stuff, and all these other things. It was 2 knives, y'all. One of them had an M on it. All this other stuff did. They're liars, stone cold liars. Karmelo Anthony's new attorneys ain't even telling them lies that people was telling. Oh, I think somebody else did it. Oh, I'm telling you, man, he was pummeled by 6, 7, 8 people. Karmelo Anthony's new lawyers ain't talking that. Karmelo Anthony's new lawyers are telling you exactly what the discrepancies were and what happened wrong in that case. They put it in 193 pages. So all those lies that these people been getting all these views and subscribers off of on YouTube, and y'all been following them, they're liars, stone cold liars. But shout out to Karmelo Anthony's new lawyers for standing on business and actually coming out and hitting these people with the truth. And this is the question. Why haven't the Metcalf's parents come back out since it's been revealed that their son was arrested? The sons were arrested for racist graffiti. Why haven't they come back out to talk about their son's alleged school record of violence and bullying? Why haven't they come out to talk about that the defense had multiple victims that were going to come that were victims of the Metcalf's boys' violence and testify? But your lawyer, the defense attorney, and Karmelo Anthony's old lawyer came to a behind-the-door agreement that, no, we ain't going to bring none of this into the courthouse. Sickening. Now that's the truth. All of those stuff them people telling y'all, oh, they threw something in the trash can. Did y'all see that right there? See? And then, like I said before, these people are disgusting. Need to learn the truth. The truth will always set you free. You ain't gotta lie just to get viewership. On YouTube, I told y'all this. You can come on YouTube and tell lies, and the lie will always go further than the truth because it's more sexier than the truth. But the truth is always what's gonna set you free. And the truth, I'm gonna show y'all something, man. And to the people that came in the comment section yesterday talking, oh, what does that change about it? Bro, it changes everything. Because if you put on the table that these guys were violent, bully, racist, right? Now that changes your whole perspective if you are a juror. But it also puts it on the record because when you go to the appeals court, guess what's going to happen? They can only go through the things that the lawyer for Karmelo Anthony appealed in the actual trial. That's why you needed this stuff on the record. So even when y'all said, y'all don't know the law, even if you think that the jury wasn't fair, you needed that stuff on the record for the appeals process. So when the old lawyer appealed, when the old lawyer objected, right? All his objections will come up in the appeal process. People don't be knowing what they be talking about. Ask any lawyer worth their salt. They'll tell you I ain't lying. I'm gone. Like, share, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure y'all click those links below. Subscribe to the podcast show. You can donate support to the channel, Cash App, PayPal, or buy that weight loss formula. All the links are below. Peace.